Hello and welcome to A Sister's Journey. Thank you for tuning in again. Here we are, and I am making my way into work this morning. This is our second day of the week, and we are in June, full swing. The day is beautiful, not as warm as it has been, but beautiful. It's about 73 degrees right now. Comfortable, very comfortable, and I'm liking that. I think we might have a little rain later on as to what they're saying. However, I'm liking the comfortable weather, warm but comfortable, nothing too icky and sticky, but just nice. So that's what we are having today for our weather in the DMV. Comfortable weather today. I said there might be a little bit of rain. So, how are you doing? I truly hope that your weekend went well and the start of your week is going well as you have planned it to be, and even better. As for my week, it's going well. Started out okay so far, and weekend, pretty good weekend. Cannot complain, right? Cannot complain. So I was thinking this weekend I was cleaning up, continuing to clean up from that holiday cleanup that I was doing, and I was trying to do some decluttering, right? I'm pretty sure some of you may have at some point feel like you need to declutter, need to take out some things that you haven't worn for how long, things that you don't use, and things like that. So I was spending my weekend doing that. And as I was doing that, I realized I started to create a drawer for miscellaneous stuff, right? And I was like, so I wanted to know how many of you have a drawer that is just miscellaneous stuff that you hardly use, stuff that you just put in there hoping to use it one day. And it was so funny because as I'm decluttering, I realized I'm putting stuff in this drawer thinking to myself, oh, now I'm going to use that again. I'm going to use this. Yeah, I might use that. And, it comes to mind. It's like, okay, how are you cleaning up? How are you decluttering? And yet you still feel like you need to have what you consider a miscellaneous drawer, to have your little, what we call knickknacks. Things that we are thinking that we are going to use, and many times we don't end up using it, but there are times when some of those little knickknacks come in handy. For example, I tend to keep different kind of threads and needles. Now and then you have to sew up something, and even if you don't use it, somebody in the house is going to ask you, do you have a needle? Do you have this color thread or something like that? So I tend to keep that. And then I find myself keeping a lot of electrical cords for TV, for all kind of stuff, for phones and stuff like that. And I'm like, why am I holding on to these things? I don't know if I'm ever going to use them. But in life, sometimes, we have to sit back and realize, what is it that we're holding on to that we no longer need? What is it that we are still keeping in our knickknacks drawer that we don't ever going to touch again? And so we have to kind of go back through that same little miscellaneous drawer and decide, okay, this might worth keeping, but this don't worth keeping. And in our life, we have to do that as well. We have to decide what are the things in our life that we're holding on to that has no purpose for us, that we're holding on to that do not contribute to our journey, or is going to contribute something positive to our journey. And so that can be relationships, people. It can be the things that we used to do, but yet we have not let go of, thinking, we're going to go back to it again. And so we have to really decide to let go of some things that we no longer need or have use for. Just like that little knick-knack drawer, or that miscellaneous drawer. At times, you have to go back into that little drawer and say, why am I keeping this? It's been over a year. I've never used it before. And you just kind of get rid of it, and it's okay. It's okay, because everyone around you don't need it, and you're just the only one who's keep holding on to it, right? And so you have to do that. The same thing with clothes. Like, some of us, put on a little bit of weight here and there, or grow to not like a particular thing, and we keep it up, and we look in our closet, and our closet is full, and you're like, half of these things I don't even wear them anymore. And so we have to go through them and look at them and say, it might be more useful to somebody else than it is for me. So it's okay to let it go, because what's not useful for you doesn't mean that it's not useful for someone. So you seek out another person, or an organization that can use it to give it to somebody else. So I spent the weekend doing a little bit of cleaning up and releasing some things out, taking some things out, and thinking about what should I hold on to for future use, and really coming to the conclusion that some of the things that I was holding on to is unnecessary, right? And that's, again, that's the same thing with life. Some of the past things that we're holding on to is not necessary. Some of the hurt and the pain, the distress, once you're healed from those things, there's no need for you to hold on to them. Release it. Let it go. Give yourself freedom. Be free and walk in liberty, knowing that you don't need to be held by the things that was from yesterday, by the things that was from months and years ago. And I understand that letting go is a process as well. Just like I was going through, it took me a whole weekend to go through some of the things that I needed to go through. And there are times when I'm lifting up something like, okay, I might want to wear this. I might want to use this. And then you think to yourself, like, but you haven't even used it. You haven't even wear it. How long have you had it? So it is a process to release and let go of the things in our life as well. And so we have to, examine ourselves and think about, what is it that I am doing or holding on to that has no meaning to my life, and allow for room for the things that will have meaning for you. Because when you're cluttered up with all these things that you hold on to, then you don't have space for the good things, for the things that you want to actually hold on to. So I just want to share that as I was going through this weekend doing my decluttering, and cleaning up and removing things that no longer needs to be in my closet, in my drawer, under my bed. Some of us, we love to push stuff under the bed, shoes that we have never worn for how long, been sitting there taking dust, picking up dust, and then you guess what? It becomes dry rotten, because by the time you say you want to try to wear it, it's no longer useful to you. So yeah, those are the things that you want to do. Take some time to declutter. Take some time to release some things out of your life, physically and mentally. Yeah, because you want to be free. You want to have the freedom to be able to bring in those good things, those positive things. You want to have room to grow, and in order to do so, you have to release some of those things, right? So that's my tidbit for today. That's my little tidbit for life. And as I said, as I was going through, it just had me thinking, and I wanted to share that with you. So another thing I wanted to ask you this morning is, what do you bring for lunch? What's in your lunch bag? Actually, that's the question. What's in your lunch bag? What do you bring when you go out to your work? Leftovers, um, food that you prepared this morning. Maybe you don't have a lunch bag. You're probably just gonna purchase some food. But as I was preparing for today, I was thinking to myself, what am I preparing today? So it's the spring, and we're entering into that early summer, so the time is getting warm. And during this time, I love to indulge in liquid type meals, from tea to smoothies to my infused water. So during the winter season, I don't care to do like smoothies. I don't even want to drink water, much less, because during that time it's just too cold. I just don't want. I rather soup, and food, warm food and stuff like that. But during this time when it's warm and nice, I love to have tea in the morning, like mint tea, ginger tea, and so on. And so I love to have my tea in the morning. So here I am. I have my cup ready with my ginger tea this morning. So that's what I'm having this morning. And most of the morning, I'm having my tea. I'm a coffee drinker, but again, during this season when it's warm, I tend to lower my coffee drinking and up on the tea drinking, the herbal tea drinking. So, as I said, the ginger tea and the mint tea. So in our backyard, we have mint tea growing. We have about 3 different type of mint tea growing back there. And so I love the idea of waking up in the morning and going to cut my mint and brewing my mint tea and enjoy it for the rest of the day. Even sometimes when it get a little cool, when it's no longer hot but still very tasty, when you drop a lemon in there, it just feel like you're drinking a nice little warm lemonade. And so I love to have my tea in the morning. What else as far as liquid that I like to have? So I do infuse water. I don't know about you, but I don't like to drink water. So my infused water have lemon. Right now I have lemon and key lime. Usually I would have lemon, lime, cucumber, sometimes celery, and those are the main ones. Oh, pinch of ginger and mint. And any variation of those I will put into my water and enjoy it for the day. They say water is good for you. Yep, it is. But I'm one of those people, it is hard for me to consume regular water. I don't know about you. I just cannot drink just a glass of regular water. So there's 2 kind of water I love. I love my infused water, with the mint and the lemon and those things. And I also love sparkle water. I love a sparkle water. Oh my goodness. You give me some sparkling water and that's it, with a hint of flavor in it, and that is me. Oh, I would drink it for the whole day, enjoy it. And so that's how I get my water in. I just cannot go and pick up the water bottle and just drink it like that. I must be very hot to do that. And sometimes when I do pick up a bottle of water, you know what I would do? I would cut up the lemon and drop it inside of the water bottle in order to drink it. But hey, as long as I'm getting my water in, what does it matter what's in it, right? So that's how I like my water. I like it either sparkling and fruity, or infused with my lemon and with fruits and herbs. So that's how I really love my water, and I really appreciate the ability to be able to turn the water into a nice drinkable drink that I can drink and still be hydrated. And still be hydrated, definitely be hydrated. So that's my water. I love to drink water, especially this time of year. Yep, I keep talking about this time of year because it's such a big difference. Winter, spring, summer, fall. If I could live in the latter part of spring to the early part of fall, then I'm okay. But once I get into that late fall, going into winter, and that early spring, no, not my kind of weather. Not my kind of weather. So I really, really appreciate the sunshine and the beautiful warm weather. That's how I get through my day, when it's just beautiful outside. So you can tell I have to work hard to get myself together in the winter season, to get through the door and to do what I need to get done. And I'm stuck on this side of the road. Should have been on that side, but I'll try to get over. Not sure if anyone is going to give me a blind. Sometimes people can be so hard. They'll see you want to go over, they see your indicators on, and they act like they don't even see you. But that's the life of driving. Okay, so what else? What else do I bring for my lunch? That's in my lunch bag. My other thing that I bring is smoothie. So this is actually breakfast and lunch. That's why it's that much. So I love smoothie. Oh my goodness, if I could do smoothie all through the week, through the month. I love smoothie. I love to just blend up and do different type of smoothies. And so this part of the season, smoothie is my go-to breakfast and lunch, right? It's my thing that I love to do, is to have my smoothie. Thank you. Somebody let me through. All right, I love smoothies, and I love to try different flavors and different combination of fruits and vegetables. And yes, I do put vegetables in my smoothie. So what do I have this morning? This is what I have this morning. If you have never tried it before, oatmeal smoothie. I remember I discovered it about a year ago. Oatmeal smoothie. Oh my goodness, it tastes so good. You know what it reminds me of? Some of my Jamaican sisters and some of my brothers as well. Do you remember making oat drink in Jamaica, where you take the oats, pour some water in it, and pour out the condensed milk in it, and mix it up and let it sit there for a little bit? And boy, when you drink that, you feel so good. So that's what it reminds me of. And so I started doing the oat smoothie, and I'm like, oh, that's a great breakfast smoothie. And of course, I'll have it for my lunch as well. So this morning, what do I have in my smoothie? I have oatmeal. I cut a pine last night, and the pine was a little overripe. So what I did, I just decided to just cut them up, put them in the freezer, and freeze them for smoothie. And so this morning I took out some pine. I have my oatmeal, some raw honey. So, if you want to eat healthy, you want to kind of keep it healthy. So I love sweets, but for my smoothie, I try not to do unhealthy sweets. So I have the raw honey. And you know what I forgot to put in there? A little bit of cinnamon. However, what I do have in there is some turmeric powder. I did put my turmeric powder in it. A banana. I did cut up a banana in it. And oat milk. Not the oat milk, sorry. The almond milk is what I used this morning. I love any kind of nut milk, so I will do almond milk, oat milk, cashew milk, soy milk. I love those milk, and any combination. Also, coconut milk is good. And so that's my combination this morning. So turmeric, oats, raw honey, banana, and that was it. Oh, pine, and my pine with some almond milk. Oh, it is delicious. You should try it. I did sprinkle a little bit of black pepper in it. So I have come to understand, and from my research, I have come to understand that for turmeric to absorb in the system, in your body, you should put, it should be combined with black pepper. And I notice many times when I do my turmeric, I keep forgetting to do the black pepper. So this morning I did sprinkle a little black pepper in the smoothie. Somehow the black pepper and the turmeric work together to better absorb in your system. You can look it up. Go ahead and look it up. All right. So I'm a smoothie person. I'm a juice person. I don't have any juice this morning. My cucumber and kiwi juice finished this weekend. I actually finished the last batch of that. So what I did was I blend up the cucumber and the kiwi with some celery, and that was a make a juice. And so I've been drinking that. And some people consider those juices and smoothies to be weight loss kind of drinks, but you know, I just drink them for my own pleasure. If I'm gonna lose weight doing it, then I guess that's a great way to go. So this week I've been doing mostly, last week coming into this week, I am doing the liquid type, kind of morning and lunch. And then in the evening I would have my dinner. I'll have my regular dinner because I do eat. I love food. So I do eat my food. So I don't want you to think that I'm just on this regimen or phase of not eating food. I do enjoy my food. But now and then you want to kind of take a break in between and give your body some, you know, not just the regular food, but to allow your body to dive into some juices and some smoothie and stuff like that. So yes, through the pandemic, I must tell you, I have become a juicer. I juice everything. You know, I've gotten so comfortable juicing. I do, one of my favorite juice that I tend to do, and I have to go get myself some more, is beet juice. I got into this beet juice, and I guess when you're in a pandemic and they tell you that things are really good for you, you start to decide, okay, well, I'm in a pandemic right now, why not try it? So I started doing the beet and ginger, and I love it. I will drink that. I will drink that throughout the whole week. And I also do turmeric shots. And I'm gonna do a video on that when I'm doing that. I do the turmeric shot, which is the turmeric with the lemon and ginger, and boil it. Blend. I tend to just blend mine up after I boil it and strain it and drink that. And it's good for your immune system, and it's also good for inflammation. And so I've been doing that as well. And so I look like I need to do a video on just juicing. So when I'm doing that, I guess I'll just do a video on me doing some of my juicing. And that was one of my go-to thing, especially during the pandemic. And it carries over. So even though we're now phasing out, even though I heard that there are still numbers going up with the pandemic, and I think that's going to happen over time. We're going to have spikes, but I think we're phasing it out. I'm agreeing that we're in the phase out portion of the pandemic. But some of those good habits that we develop in the pandemic, we should carry it over, right? We should not just as the pandemic eased, we stopped drinking good stuff. We stopped eating good stuff. We should carry that over so we can continue to be healthy and continue to be healthy and alert and overall our well-being is good. So if you used to walk in the pandemic, continue to walk. If you used to drink some good healthy drink, continue to do that. If you used to connect with people because all of a sudden we can't really see them like that, but we started to really connect with people, continue to do that, because these are healthy things. These are things that we need to do to continue our life on this earth, and is to have healthy connection, right? So I just want to say thank you for listening to me. My phone is going all over the place now. I'm getting close to work, and I appreciate you tuning in on this sister's journey as I share with you about my little knit-knot drawer, and my and my lunch, my liquid lunch that I bring with me, and hopefully we will chat again. All right, please like and subscribe. Have a blessed day.